In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys.
Home close to the street.
Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Brandon
I think I just missed that
extra
bitch.
point. Oh, can you believe it? It's no good. That is his first extra point miss of the season. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Devontae Turpin on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. This pass right side caught by Lamb. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is brought in. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Mark down at the 6. In motion, Lamb. Here's a designed run. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Mingo, the man in motion. And that is incomplete.
I know you're
just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have two defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. In motion comes Walker. Here's a first carry for their running back. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They send Godwin in motion. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They motion the slot man left. They run on the jet sweep.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
Now a 3rd and 2. They send the tight end in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll bring up 2nd down. In motion comes Walker. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and So also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. And he had no choice but to throw it. Like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Mingo, the man in motion. He brought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here. Or facing a different
fucking play.
Mingo, the intended target. And now it's fourth down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Oh, down the sideline, past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Tight end going in motion here. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in.
Running with the fucking quarterback. Ignorant.
The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Second down and 3. Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get up.
And he will go all the way. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to open up the lead to 8. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's...
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
On 3rd down, they go with Walker.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks move out in front, 20-17.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. As they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw, and that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions. And so far here,
that's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Cowboys 17.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. In motion comes Walker. The third quarter begins with a run. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And this one is caught with momentum. That'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. And he looks up. He's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. 1st and 10 now from the 36. A handoff as they try to run it here. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
He's got space inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these These types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
In motion comes Walker. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Okudah.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
To the ground, a first down run. There he goes, inside the 30. And he'll be taken down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Good blocking to the 15. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
They'll try zone read on 1st and goal. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That is caught side of the end zone. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Back to throw. And he finally is going to have to eat this one. He will go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Blank. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
Bro, what a fucking terrible ball.
Toward the end zone.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
But I cannot change fucking views.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Going up top. That's caught. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming. In motion comes Walker. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground, and he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel.
So you find yourself with a lead here in the 2nd half, and up until this point, I think he's done a pretty good job being a contributor to that, but you don't want to give the defense a chance to spark the comeback. You're trying to put them away late, protect the ball, safe throws. Don't be afraid to get to your check down. One bad read, one forced throw can be all you need to flip this game on his head and find yourself going with a lead late to falling behind.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Tight end on the move left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is caught. He finds Walker. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Here's a run going left. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. So, no shortage of offense. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down. Handoff here, up the middle. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now a give on the ground. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
10. 3rd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. The open man is Tolbert. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. Into the secondary at the 45. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the 4th quarter. And they're able to pop off a big run.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll look to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
I'll be honest, Mike. I think everyone in this stadium, when that ball went up, you're thinking pick. Fortunately for him, there wasn't a defender in the area, and he's able to reel it in for a nice gain.
They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
Clearly fucking deep.
And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. Was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by, there is a lot of space open underneath.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Seattle.
This is the one. I do.
So now an extra point really doesn't help that much. He'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Turpin. Now an opening past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd down. They'll run here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. play coming up. This is third down. Throwing now from the gun. That's into the hands of Turpin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
And in this situation, Mike, with time running down, an incompletion here is not the worst thing in the world. Remember, you're already well within scoring range. Now you're just trying to get as close as possible. You can't take a sack, and of course you can't turn it over. So if it's not there, just throw it away.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Now they get the timeout. Interesting situation. Do they kick it here or run the risk of getting in another play, possibly not getting it down in time? We'll see. We'll see how they want to play this. It's third down. They'll stick to the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts.
A 39-yard attempt.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to win the game. And this one is off the mark.
GG, bro.
It is no good. And the missed kick is going to cost them the game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Really? This cannot be happening. Man, I'm going to put that jersey on. Why can't we score? Why does this even have to happen? What just happened? Seriously, you gotta play?